Take a breath. Feel your heart. Be unique. That's the message that came through. I apologize for my washing machine and that I don't know how to do videos where I can screen out the noise. I'm in my 50s, that's my excuse. Okay. So today is Not So Wacky Wednesday, when we learn how to be differently in the world in order to connect with our spirit and allow our spirit to guide us rather than our mind or our ego. So it's turning the world right side up. Okay, so I was listening to, I've been getting all these videos. Like, as you step into this, you get more and more synchronicity and more spirit speaks to you, or God or the universe speaks to you. And so I got a message this morning from Wayne Dyer, and it was through a YouTube video. So it wasn't just Wayne Dyer talking to me, but I took several pages of notes because it seems to be what I needed to say today, what needs to come through. First, I want to say that I had different ideas about what I was going to do today, but I allowed my spirit to take control, and I found myself cleaning my house. Looking at all the dust and dirt and all the things that I neglected because I was trying to take care of everyone else and go to work and get paid and whatnot. So just looking at my house and saying, wow, this feels really neglected. But not getting overwhelmed by that, just saying, okay, where can I start? You know, where can I start was the first thing. And I started with my jewelry, going through all of my jewelry and saying, what am I ready to get rid of? And it felt really good to be able to do that, to be like, oh, I don't have to hold on to this anymore because of sentimentality or somebody's feelings are going to get hurt. No, I can just let this go because it doesn't speak to me anymore. It doesn't feel good to me anymore. And so then I moved from my jewelry to I was going to move to my books, but books for me I love books, so that was too much for me. So I moved to my clothes. So I have now gone through my clothes and I don't feel this anymore. And some of them I was like, I don't know why I don't feel this. Like, I look at it and I'm like, it looks like me. It's my color. It's my style. It's very comfortable. It fits all the boxes, but I'm still not feeling it. I'm not feeling it, so I'm going to let it go. And so now I have a big pile that I can get rid of. I have a couple big piles I can get rid of, and I'm clearing out and cleaning out my space, and it feels really good. I am making space for the new, because even though I don't know what it is, I know that Spirit's going to bring me something completely new. I'm letting go of who I was. I was a marriage and family therapist. And I don't know what I'm going to become. I was studying to become a spiritual life coach, but I was just trying to figure out what I could do that was different than what I was doing so I could make a living. But today, I'm going to completely let go of everything and see what Spirit brings me. And I'm also learning what matters to me, what's important. I'm looking at all these things and what they meant to me and parts of my life, and I'm saying, I'm going to hold on to the memories, but I don't have to hold on to this. I don't have to hold on to this piece of clothing. I don't have to hold on to this jewelry. The memories and the experience are already inside of me. And if I want to hold on to something, I will. I'm holding on to my grandmother's rosary. It was broken. But I know that my grandmother spent hours, like doing the rosary and touching those beads. And so her energy is infused in that, and I'm not ready to let that go. So I think we're at this place today, October 1st, where we're letting go of what we don't need and recognizing and realizing what we do value, what is important to us, what we do want to keep and hold on to. Not that we can hold on to anything really, but what we want to have in our life, what's important to us, what matters. So in doing that, I do think it's still important to do this message from Wayne Dyer, and then what I got to from the end of it. So I think you'll probably get something from it too. So I titled it Going with the Flow and Learning How to Work with the Universe. Learn to enjoy the process. Find ways to be happy. Instead of looking at when can I get what I want, what can I enjoy about where I am right now? So as I was going through all my stuff, I was realizing, like, I am so grateful that I found this new life just by these little choices that I made. My first choice when I realized I was getting a divorce was like, I knew I needed to find a place to live. So I was looking at all different places and like condos and apartments and buying a house and renting and Airbnbs. And I had a decision to make about what I wanted to do. And I was going to get some money in the divorce. And so what did I want to do with that? I decided I wanted to invest it in myself. And then I was like, well, how can I do that? I want to invest it in myself so it can make more money and the money can grow. And I thought the best way of doing that is getting a house. But houses were so expensive, and I was like, everybody's outbidding each other, and oh my God, like I'm not going to be able to get a house with the little money that I have. It's not enough to get a house, and I don't even know if I can support myself. So I don't want to like take out a loan and try to, or take a mortgage out and get a house. Like, what do I do? And I had this incredible opportunity come through a friend where she knew somebody who was going to be selling their house, and she connected me. And that ended up happening. It was there's a longer story to that. So I fell in love with the house, and then they were going to sell it to the highest bidder, so I let it go. And then it came back to me months later. They asked me if I wanted to bid on it, and I did bid on it, and I bid lower than I would have in the first place because I knew it was going to be a lot of work, and I didn't even know how I was going to do it. I'm not very handy. And then I had asked God, like, I wanted love in my life. I wanted connection. I worked so hard for this marriage. Like, where did all that go? And I was told that it would come back to me, that love and that connection that I was looking for would come back to me. And I met my boyfriend at karaoke, something that I love to do. And I didn't think that he was going to be any like long-term relationship, but he had this spirit in him that just connected me to him, and I was just curious, and then we had these interesting conversations that I was just like, wow, he's reading my soul. And just the more that I got to know him, the more I was like, I kept saying, like, I'm going to talk about that later because I think it comes up later in this. So I'm going to go back to this. Okay. So what can I enjoy about where I am right now? So as I was going through my house, I was being grateful for how I got here, for this house, for my boyfriend, for our life together, for my dog. Because I was going to start out with telling you that, like, the first thing that I knew that I wanted was a German Shepherd. And I didn't even know where I was going to live. But once I found that I was going to get the house and it had a fenced in backyard, I'm like, I'm going to adopt a German Shepherd. And I did. I adopted my German Shepherd before I even got the house. Like, I adopted my German Shepherd. And I questioned that decision so much in the beginning, but I'm so happy that I did that now. Just all of the things all those little decisions that I made that led to this life that I'm in now, and I'm so grateful for it. I'm so grateful for this life that I have now. So I don't know what I'm going to do to make a living. Really, I don't. My path is ending. I'm as a therapist, I'm pretty much, I know I'm done. I can't do it anymore. But I don't know what the new path is going to be. So that's the part where I can look at that and get scared. But I know that Spirit wouldn't have led me here without having a plan. So I believe and I trust. What is this experience teaching me? So instead of saying, why can't I get what I want when I want it? And why not yet? Where you are now, what is this experience teaching you? This is teaching me gratitude. It's teaching me trust. It's teaching me my truth, what is right for me, because I was born into this world and wanted to help. And I just started helping right away. Like, I saw my parents arguing and I wanted to help with that. I saw my sister struggling. I wanted to help with that. I wanted to help everybody, and I became a therapist. And now I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to help anybody. I want to invest in me. I want to take care of me. I want to spend all that energy that I spent on other people. I really want to spend it on me and my boyfriend. I want us to have fun and enjoy life. We enjoy life like we helped everybody else to do. And I just want to be able to be what I want to be without having to worry about helping anyone, because just my love and light is going to uplift other people, and that's all I need. I know that now, so I just want to be me, whoever the hell I am. I love doing tarot cards and tarot card readings, so maybe I'll be a tarot card reader or a psychic. I always wanted to do that. What am I learning about what I value? So as I go through my house and I'm getting rid of things, I'm like, okay, well, I want to keep this. This is important to me. And it's showing me what is important to me. It is all working out perfectly. Seeing setbacks, instead of saying, what if it never happens? Just saying it's all working out perfectly, because really it is all about the process. It's about loving the process. I actually there's things that I want to change about my life. I want to move somewhere warmer, and my boyfriend and I are looking into that and opening up a retreat where people can just have fun and be and enjoy life, which I think this is really what we want. I think this is really our dream and our vision. I think this is what we're going to do. I think that is what we're going to do. But, like that, what if it never happens? It's all working out perfectly. It's taken some time. It is taking time. It's going to take more time probably. But right now I'm enjoying so much just being with him. Just having coffee in the morning and having dinner together at night and watching movies and going out to karaoke or going out to dinner. Like, this time that we have where it's really been a lot of just me and him. And I am just enjoying it so much. As you become more of who you are, you become more attractive to others. So becoming more of who you are. A sense of purpose. Choose to focus on what is working instead of what is not. When you face a challenge, you can ask, how does this serve me? Personal development is important, not because there is something wrong with you that needs to be fixed, because there is something so wonderful and marvelous and magnificent inside of you that it needs to be expressed. The universe supports you and wants you to succeed. This does not mean that you do not have to take action, but your action comes from a different place. It comes from inspired action, which is your action is inspired action, which is driven by excitement and possibility. So even paying the bills, you have inspired action. You are inspired to pay your bills so you can get to where you want to get to your investment or whatever it is. So it's not like you even like just give up all the things that you have to do. They become part of your purpose and your passion. Be clear about what you really want. What would make you feel truly fulfilled and happy? What kind of people do you want to spend time with? And enjoy the process of becoming who you are meant to be. So when I started out my journey of wanting to do retreats, this is such an amazing story too. When I started out my journey of wanting to do retreats, it was kind of, I think it was during COVID maybe. And this retreat coaching program came up and I was just like, I want to do that. And it was $2,500. And I'm like, I'm going to do it. And I was like, I rationalized it to myself. I was like, I'm going to, this is an investment in me and an investment in what I want. And if I don't do it now, I'm going to have to pay more, and I won't be able to pay more. It'll be like $3,300 and I'm not going to be able to do that. And I know I'm not going to be able to convince my husband of it. He's never going to let me do it. I do think that you need to talk to your partners about things, but I don't know, that just wasn't working. So anyway, I just did it, and then we got in an argument later. And then we got in a productive argument where we talked about different things and trust and stuff. So it did end up working out. But I bought that program to run retreats. And over the course of the years, I was trying to become a coach, and I was trying, because I thought you needed to be a coach in order to do these retreats. And I finally developed a beautiful retreat in Costa Rica. We went to Costa Rica. We went to all these different retreat places. We found this amazing retreat on the top of a hill that like famous people had gone to, like with ocean views and a waterfall on the property. And it was so amazing. It was like something that like I could never even imagine. Like I wouldn't be able to go there because it was too expensive. But I was going to run this retreat for people. And it was $10,000 a couple. And I was like, oh my God, like that, I wouldn't even be able to afford that, right? So it just felt really wrong. And even my marriage ended up breaking up. I ended up getting a divorce. And then I was like, well, I started this again. I started to like try to be a coach. And just like, that's the only thing that I knew, that I wanted to stop being a therapist and do something else. That's all I knew. And I met my boyfriend at karaoke. And then like on one of our first dates, he tells me, I have this dream I always wanted to do. It was like, I wanted to build tiny houses and have like a place where people can come and they can ride four-wheelers and they can fish and they can go boating, and then there's this big barn where everybody comes together and they make meals and there's like games that they can play. And I'm like, what? And I'm just getting part of this now too. I'm just getting like my people, and like as I talk about this, I'm realizing that my people weren't those people high up on the hill. They were not my people. My people are the ones who are gonna go camping. They're gonna go, they're gonna want to play, and they're like regular everyday people. Those are my people. They're people that struggle to make a living. They're people that value family and family time. They're like earthy people. My boyfriend is my people. He's a carpenter. He's down to earth. Like, he values family dinners and being together. And we're going to do this retreat thing together. We're going to do it. I'm just getting now why it was all wrong before. And now it's right. Okay. That was what kind of people do you want to spend time with? Not people who think they're better than everybody else. Those aren't my people. People that value themselves, but they know that they're just people. They're people like everybody else. And they don't pretend to be better than they are. What kind of experiences do you want to have? I want to have intimate experiences with people. Strong, deep connections. But I want to have fun. I want to be able to laugh at ourselves and not be serious. What kind of impact do you want to make? I want to show people how beautiful they are just being themselves. I want to help people to be able to be themselves and be present and have fun and not take life so seriously. Get clear and feel that in your body. You will automatically attract it when you do. I'm doing this as we speak. The world needs you to be who you really are, the contribution only you can make. Wow, this is becoming so real. I feel it like right in the core of my body. I'm afraid you will get caught up in work and I will lose you. That was my fear that I wrote in there, because I'm having such a good time with my boyfriend now. And I'm afraid when we start this that we're going to get caught up and I'm going to lose him. But I think that's not really a real fear. Like when I wrote it down, I realized we haven't been doing that and we have so much work now. We've been having a really good balance between working and playing. Okay. Align with the natural flow of life. Relax and let your good arrive. You're the only one who keeps it at bay with all your worrying and your fear. And I know. I've been doing that too. The power of inner stillness. In the silence between thoughts, miracles are born. Mental chaos is the barrier. So learn to quiet your mind and find your peaceful center. So as I'm cleaning and clearing today, I'm quieting my mind and finding that peaceful center, and messages are coming in. And understanding is coming in. And I'm realizing that this dream that we had together is just everything integrated. I'm recognizing that I'm recognizing it. That we share a dream. I was so afraid because I didn't expect to get a divorce. I didn't expect any of these things to happen. I was told that I was going to have to make decision after decision after decision really close together. I was told that by spirit, like through different channels. And it was exactly true. And I just made one decision at a time in the moment, what felt right. And each decision led me to something else. And now I'm at this place where we're ready to take this leap into this new life. And I'm like, oh my God, am I ready? Am I ready? What is, I don't even know how I'm going to make a living. I don't know what, like, there's so many questions. But I'm starting to see, wow, like, how it all just came together. And I'm starting to recognize that this is a dream that we both share. Like, that's so crazy. It's so amazing. That is a miracle. Okay, you'll hear the gentle guidance. Synchronicities point you in the right direction. It's so true. As you learn to tune in and trust, you're going to get more and more of that. You're always connected to source. Your job is to remove the obstacles to connect. And there's so many, like, stuff's coming at you all the time. So finding places to be quiet and still and allowing your spirit to guide you. Thinking less and trusting more. It's not passive resignation, it's active faith. You're surrendering to outcomes better than you could ever have planned. There's a power greater than, this is Wayne Dyer again. There's a power greater than your personal will. This power has resources you don't have access to. Like, I couldn't see all of those things. I would have never seen all those things. It can see possibilities that you can't see. It can arrange circumstances in ways it would be impossible for you to orchestrate on your own. And it's about just making that one decision at a time. But we're going to be given like a wave of this. I know this is coming and I'm going to have to do it one decision at a time. I know this is coming, but I don't know what it's going to look like. I just know what happened before, and that was a great learning experience. I know I passed with flying colors. So I know I can do this again. But think about your greatest moments. This is Wayne Dyer again. Are these like seeming coincidences that brought you to exactly the right place at the right time? The universe operates on principles of harmony and balance. When you align yourself with these principles, you become part of the flow rather than swimming against it. But you could be missing your good because you're looking for something so specific. Like if I did not choose, and when I chose my boyfriend, he said to me, because I'm just like newly, I wasn't even divorced, but we were in the process of divorce. I had filed for divorce. And I'm like, I'm not ready for anything. Like I need, and he's like, well, let's just hang out. We'll watch movies together. We'll talk, and he really did, like he was my friend, with benefits. But he really was my friend. And then I introduced him to this house that I bought, which was like a total wreck. And he said to me, oh, I could do this. I had already had a bunch of contractors in place because I didn't want to rely on anybody. I wanted to use my money to do my things. And I said that to him too. I'm like, I think that would be an enormous pressure on our relationship. I don't think that's a good idea. But I got to tell you how this led to the other thing. So I had decided to get this German Shepherd. I had adopted her and she was in foster care and they were waiting for me and I couldn't get into the house because it was just a total disaster. It was a disgusting mess. And I'm like, I can't move in like that. I really can't move in like that. So I had all these contractors to do these different things. And then the ones that were going to do like most of the work canceled on me. And I'm like, I can't postpone getting the dog anymore. They're not going to hold her for me anymore. And I'm like, I knew I might have to give up the dog, but I had already like promised them and I was like, oh, this is terrible. So I brought my boyfriend in and we had just started dating. And I said, I just want to get your opinion. Like, what do I actually need to do in order to move into this house? Like, what would you recommend? And he's like, well, I could do this and I could do that and I could do this and I could do that. And I'm like, yeah, like I think that's way too much pressure. But he's like, let's do it together. We'll do it together. And I was like, okay, but what are you gonna get out of it? Why? Like he's like, well, I'm just gonna help you, and be your friend, and I'll just show you, and we'll do it together. And we did. We started doing it together, and it was so nice. We worked together like so well, and it was just, and it became something that I never imagined that it could become. Even more beautiful than I had imagined. I'm just seeing like this co-creating thing. But I never would have, like, if I didn't decide to get my German Shepherd, I wouldn't have had that problem. If I didn't buy this house, I wouldn't have had that problem. And if I didn't meet him at karaoke, I would have never or even just, he was singing a Jelly Roll song and I really liked the Jelly Roll song. And I was like, hey, can you sing this Jelly Roll song with me? And, you know, like, it's all those little things that just kept growing. And every time there were things that we had obstacles thrown at us, so many obstacles, big obstacles. And every time I just tuned into myself and I said, does this still feel right? And I was just like, yes, this still feels right. This still feels really good to me. So, but you could miss your good because you're looking for something so specific. I never thought it would be him. He didn't look like my type at all. I mean, I'm like pretty healthy. I'm a pretty healthy person. He smokes, like, and I'm like, I'm more like intellectual and heady. He's more like physical and like doing things. And I just would never have put us together, but it's just amazing. So I could have said no to all that and I would have missed it. I would have missed this. I would have missed this. I'm so glad I didn't miss this. I'm so glad I listened to my spirit. It was risky, but I trusted my spirit, and I had so many guides on the way. Wayne Dyer, Louise Hay, like, I have been cultivating this in so many different ways, like family constellations. It was all teaching me to trust my spirit. Okay, so let's just keep reading. This is from Wayne Dyer. The universe operates on principles of harmony and balance. When you align yourself with these principles, you become part of the flow rather than swimming it against it. I know I read that already, but okay. So missing your good because you're looking for something so specific. Flexibility and openness is essential. The universe is conspiring to support you, but you must be awake enough to notice and grateful enough to receive. Gratitude is the most powerful force in the universe. You are changing your energy, and energy is everything. And so you need to be open to receiving from all possible sources. When you are truly grateful for what you have, you are sending out a signal. I recognize good things when they come to me. This makes you a magnet for more. So as I'm doing this video, I just saw myself in the light that was shining out of me, and I'm like, wow, you're so beautiful. And prior to this video, I was feeling not beautiful at all. I was feeling like I wished that I was beautiful. Okay. So this makes you a magnet for more good things. When you focus on what is missing and you complain about what you do not have, you send out a signal that says, I am not satisfied with what life gives me. So this video came to me while I was walking with my dog, and I'm worried about, oh my God, like, what do I need to do? Because I don't know how I'm going to make money this month. What do I need to do? Oh my God, what do I need to do? And this video pops up, and he's answering everything, and he's telling me, not that. I am not. So when you complain about what you do not have, you send out a signal that says, I am not satisfied with what life gives me. This repels the very things you want the most. And I do feel like Spirit's saying, in so many ways, we want to give you this. Stop blocking it. The practice of gratitude must be genuine, not forced. You can't fake it or expect it to work. When you focus on what is good in your life and what is working, genuine gratitude emerges, and with that gratitude comes a sense of abundance that attracts even more to be grateful for. This is how you build momentum in the direction of your dreams. So I'm talking to all you people out there who are like, what the fuck is going on in the world? And I really don't, this is not what I want. This is not what I want. I'm talking to you, and I'm talking to you people that work your asses off to make minimum wage or barely any money, just enough to survive, and it's always being taken from you. You can never get where you want to go. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you because I want you to know inside of you, you can draw to you whatever it is that you're looking for. And you don't have to be working. You don't have to work so hard to receive. You don't. You start by appreciating what you have. You recognize the support you have already received. You celebrate victories you've already won. This creates positive energy that draws more positive experiences to you. Choose. This is the part on choosing. This is where you have power. Choose to focus on what is good, the people who love and support you. Acknowledge your own strengths and talents. Choose to be grateful for your health, your abilities, your opportunities, your experiences, both good and challenging. When you make appreciation your dominant mental habit, you will be amazed at how quickly your external circumstances begin to shift. You will start noticing good things you've overlooked before. You will start attracting people who appreciate you. You will start finding opportunities in places you never looked before. This shift happens because you are changing your energy, and energy is everything. Everything in the universe is made of energy vibrating at different frequencies. When you vibrate at the frequency of gratitude, appreciation, and love, you attract experiences that match that frequency. Worry, complaint, and fear, same. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are a creator or a co-creator of your circumstances through the energy you consistently emit. Humbling and empowering. You have more control over your life than you might have realized. But it also means you must take responsibility for the energy you are putting out into the world. The good news is you can change your energy at any moment. You can shift from worry to trust, from lack to abundance, and from fear to love, and from resistance to allowing. However, don't bypass whatever you're feeling. Just, acknowledge it and just allow it to shift. I created this model called ABCs: acknowledge, validate, care for, whatever emotion that comes up. So if you're feeling fear, acknowledge. Of course I'm feeling fearful. I don't know how I'm going to be making money this month. Yeah, that's, real. But also, that there's a greater force helping you. So the C is, what do you need to care for yourself? What I need to care for myself is just to keep going with what I know to be true. Because what I wanted to do was to put to use all the things that I believed. I believe in all this law of attraction stuff. I believe in trusting the universe. But I hadn't been able to put that to practice in my marriage because it really stressed out my ex-husband. He said, like, that one of the last things he said is, I can't do this with you anymore. I can't go on this roller coaster with you anymore. That's what it felt like to him. But my boyfriend now, he's like, you don't scare me. Because he recognizes a part of himself in me. And I recognize a part of myself in him. And I don't scare him. And he doesn't scare me. It starts with a simple choice to focus on something that feels better. It starts with asking yourself, what can I appreciate right now instead of what is wrong with my life? But you can't deny the other feelings. You really have to acknowledge them, because if you don't, you're just pushing something down and it's just going to keep coming back up. It's not about denying problems or pretending everything is perfect. It's about recognizing that you always have a choice about where to place your attention. You can focus on problems or you can focus on solutions. You can focus on what is missing or what is present. You can focus on what might go wrong, or you can focus on what might go right. That's a great question. Well, what if it didn't go wrong? Wow, what if it all went right? Where you focus your attention determines your experience of life. It determines what you attract. It determines how you feel. It determines what actions you take. And your actions taken consistently over time determine your destiny, like what I was telling you about what happened with me. The right people and luxuries are not just coming to you randomly. They are being attracted by the person you are becoming. They are responding to the energy you are emitting. They are drawn to the love you are expressing, the confidence you are developing, the peace you are cultivating, the joy you are experiencing. Again, this is all from Wayne Dyer. So when you see me reading, it's because it's from Wayne Dyer. And if I tell you differently, it's because I inserted some of my own things. As you become who you are, you naturally attract the people and experiences that are aligned with your authentic self. The process of becoming who you are is the greatest adventure you will undertake. It requires the courage to be different from what others expect. So I was saying that, like, I was a little bit worried because I didn't expect to be getting a divorce, and I didn't expect this whole new life. I didn't expect to find a partner so soon, even though I was told all these things would happen. It didn't look how I thought it was going to look. So I was like, I kept going, I don't know if this is it. I don't know if this is it. I don't know if this is it. Just questioning everything. But I know that I'm now realizing how more and more I'm realizing that this is it. This is what I was looking for. And it looked different than I thought, but this is what I wanted. So now, like, what's been holding me back is this fear that, like, oh my God, I know I have to follow my spirit again. What if it leads me away from him? But I'm seeing that that's not really going to be the case. That's not going to be the case. I'm seeing now more why it led me to him. It requires faith to follow your inner guidance, even when it does not make logical sense. It requires patience to allow your dreams to unfold in their own perfect timing. But the rewards are beyond anything you can currently comprehend. When you are living as your authentic self, life becomes magical. Doors open that you did not even know existed. People appear who understand completely. Opportunities arise that seem designed specifically for you because they were. Money flows more easily because you are doing what you love. However, it may not be money. It may just be opportunities and things that you are looking for, because money doesn't mean what we think that it means. Money is even being questioned right now. So let go and just kind of ask yourself, what is it that you really want? The essence of what you really want. I wanted love, connection, presence, freedom, joy. Love flows more freely because you are being who you really are. This is your natural state. Okay, so this is what I came to after all of that. Finding balance. Be more, do less. Laugh more, be serious less. Feel more, think less. Play more, work less. Be together more, be alone less. Take care of myself and my home more, and other people's homes and selves less. Less things, more experiences. Give ourselves more attention and other people less attention. That's what I came to so far. Okay, so that is Not So Wacky Wednesday, and I know that was way longer than I intended it to be, but that's what I have to offer. That's it. Be courageous. Be you. The world needs you now more than ever.